Every month, a small amount of money appeared in my bank account labeled restitution, and I have no idea what crime they think I committed. 47,132, same amount, same day, every single month for 8 months straight. At first, I thought it was a bank error. Maybe someone fat-fingered a routing number and accidentally sent me their settlement payment. I figured it would stop eventually, so I just left it alone. But when month 3 rolled around and another $47.30 appeared, I started getting nervous. I called the bank. The representative put me on hold for 20 minutes, came back, and told me the transfers were court-ordered from the state of Oregon. Restitution payments for case number OR 2019 A844. What case? I asked. I don't have access to those details, sir. You'd need to contact the Oregon State court system. I've never even been to Oregon, never committed a crime. I'm a software developer who spends most evenings playing League of Legends and ordering too much Thai food. The most illegal thing I'd done recently was jaywalking. I tried calling the Oregon courts, but I got bounced between departments for an hour before someone finally told me they couldn't discuss active cases over the phone. I'd need to file a formal records request, in person, in Portland. For a few weeks, I just ignored it, but the payments kept coming. $47.32 every month, like clockwork. Then the voicemail came. I was at my desk debugging code when my phone buzzed. Unknown number, Oregon area code. I let it go to voicemail. When I played it back, all I heard was heavy breathing for about 10 seconds. Then, in a low, shaking voice, "You really don't remember, do you?" Click. My hands went cold. I played it 3 more times trying to place the voice. Male, maybe mid-30s. He sounded hurt, angry, like he knew me. I immediately called back. The number was disconnected. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about that voice, the way he said remember, like I'd done something terrible and buried it, but I hadn't. I couldn't have. The next morning, I filed a police report. The officer barely looked up from his computer. "Did he threaten you?" "No, but then there's nothing we can do. Could be a wrong number. Could be a prank. Call us if he actually threatens you." I left the station feeling completely alone. That afternoon, I hired a private investigator named Linda Chen. She had good reviews and specialized in tracking down court cases and missing persons. 3 days later, she called me. "I found the case. You need to sit down." I sat. 8 months ago, a man named Marcus David Bellamy was convicted of vehicular manslaughter in Portland. He was driving drunk, ran a red light, and killed a 23-year-old cyclist named Trevor Walsh. The victim's family was awarded monthly restitution payments of $47.32 for the next 10 years. My throat tightened. "Okay, but what does that have to do with me?" "Your name is Marcus Daniel Bellamy, right?" "Yes." "The convicted man is Marcus David Bellamy. Same first and last name, different middle initial. And here's where it gets messy. When the court processed the restitution payments, someone pulled the wrong Marcus Bellamy's information from the state database. They grabbed your bank account. I felt like I'd been punched. So, I've been getting money meant for a guy in prison? Exactly. For 8 months, the Walsh family thinks their restitution is being paid. Meanwhile, Marcus David Bellamy, who's serving 6 years in Multnomah County, has no idea why his account isn't being debited. Jesus Christ. Linda's voice dropped. "There's something else. Trevor Walsh's older brother, Ryan Walsh, was recently released from a 72-hour psychiatric hold. He was admitted after making threats against Marcus David Bellamy, self-harm, revenge fantasies, the whole thing. He got out 2 weeks ago." My stomach turned. "And he thinks I'm the guy who killed his brother." "I think so. He must have tracked down the bank account receiving the payments and assumed you were Marcus David. He doesn't know about the clerical error. What do I do?" "I'm contacting the Oregon courts to get this fixed, but in the meantime, you need to be careful. If Ryan Walsh is spiraling..." My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I stared at it, my pulse pounding in my ears. "Marcus?" Linda's voice sounded distant. I answered. "Put it on speaker. We need to talk about what you took from us." The same voice from the voicemail. Steadier now. Colder. "I'm not who you think I am," I said quickly. "There's been a mistake. You killed my brother and you've been cashing checks like it's nothing. You think I don't know where you live?" The line went dead. Linda was already talking, saying something about calling the police, about protection orders, but I could barely hear her because I realized he wasn't bluffing. He knew where I lived.